Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated TC. We are here for the final race at the circuit Spa-Francorchamps here in Season 2 of this championship. Event 6 of 10 in the season. This will be race number 18 of a total of 30. Past the halfway point and getting into the part of the season where we start to get a fuller picture of just what this championship is beginning to look like. Now, so far this season, it's been the likes of Adrian Tichy, Scott Sandever, Liam Jones in the mix for this championship. Adam Richardson has been up near the front as well, as has, of course, the one of only two-time winners this season, Leo Bonnet, along with Scott Sandever being the other two-time winner so far this season, also putting themselves in the mix at the top of the championship places. Ian Henwood has made a good charge in recent races as well, so plenty of drivers still looking for that championship. Nobody, I don't believe, has lost hope just yet, but as we get close to the end of the season, we may start to see some people realising that this season may not be theirs, and others that may begin to think that they have it in the bag. But we know in this championship, that's not the case until the very end of the season. But let's have a look then at how the grid looks for race number 3 here in Spa, the reverse grid race. Race number 3, let's see how they start. At the very rear of the field, then, it's the man that finished 19th in race 1 and 2. Disappointing event so far, but now with the softs at his disposal, can Stead Mills make some progress for Peugeot? Off the back of a strong event in Austria, not quite been what he wanted so far here in Spa. Ahead of him on the grid, it is Lewis Francis for Subaru. He's another driver on the soft compound tyres, but then down in only 17th place on the grid, Ben Driscoll on the medium tyres. It's going to be a tough race for that driver for Genesis, the sole Genesis in the field for this event. Ahead of him, it is the DS of Morgan Hitchings. He is on the soft tyres, as is reigning champion Adam Richardson for Renault there, lining up in the 15th position. Then it is Jonathan Mills in his Honda. He'll be lining up on the soft compound tyres, as is Liam Jones, one of our main title contenders so far this season. He's on the softs for Subaru. Then it's the Alfa Romeo of Dylan Varstenberg, the bright pink car that you cannot miss. Will be on the softs of this race, so keep an eye out for him making some progress in this race. Next up, just missing out on the reverse grid top 10 positions, Thomas Pierpont in his Honda. He'll be on the hard tyres, as is race number 2 winner Jordan Fingal, fresh off of Tesla's first victory, the man that now has 3 career wins at this circuit in just 5 races here. He lines up just behind his teammate Matthew Lilly, who's on the medium tyres for this race. Then ahead of Lilly, it is Aston Lewis in the lead DS. He's on the hard compound tyres for this race, with Jackson Turner's Honda Civic lining up on the mediums from 7th position. Just ahead of him, Dimitri Sotirakis in the Mercedes. He's lining up in 6th position for this race. 5th place is Leo Bonnet in his Alfa Romeo, the race 1 winner. He's on hards for this one, a strong event so far for him. Ian Henwood, a man who has been in strong form recently, he lines up 4th on the medium compound tyres, with Preston Brennan, the lead Tesla, on the grid for this race. He's on the hards. Adrian Tichy is on the hards as well, lining up on the front row of the grid, an all-Toyota front row. It is indeed Adrian Tichy second, but on pole position and on the soft compound tyres, it's Albert Asante. The cars are ready, and we are racing here, and they're underway for race 3 here in Spa as they make their way towards turn 1 for the first time today. It is going to be Asante on those softs that comfortably leads down into turn number 1. It's Brennan and Henwood that follow him through there as Tichy drops back slightly off the start, but he's fighting back as they come off of turn number 1, and down the hill they go. It is still Asante leading the way, but the pack behind is all squabbling for each and every position they can find as they head up Eau Rouge and ready on for the first time here today. It is going to be Asante who makes their way up the hill first. Brennan and Tichy, the top 3 as things stand. A lot of soft runners still with a lot of progress to make throughout this field, but Albert Asante on those softs out at the front is in a strong position here as they make their way onto the Kemmel Straight for the first time in race number 3. Brennan feeling a bit of pressure there from Tichy, but it's Asante who still looks comfortable by a large margin in the lead as they head into Les Combes for the first time. Brennan is feeling some pressure from Tichy there. The Toyota goes down the inside. Both of these drivers on hard compound tyres. It's Tesla versus Toyota. The reigning manufacturers champions versus the manufacturer that just took their first win in this championship. It is Tichy that holds on to that position now. He's ahead of Preston Brennan's Tesla. Then we have Ian Henwood on his medium tyres. He's got Liam Jones right up behind him. Liam Jones on the soft compound tyres. He's made some strong progress here. but Ian Henwood is the one making a move at the moment down the inside of Preston Brennan's Tesla as they head their way through the middle part of the lap now. Jones now will try and pick up the pieces here as Brennan is a little bit on the back foot heading down the hill. You can see Jones gets that position away from the Tesla, and as they head towards Pure, it is going to be Jones on the move, but don't count out Sotorakis as well here. He may not be on a soft tyre, but he's certainly making some overtakes on this opening stages. He goes past Preston Brennan as they head in to Pure corner. Bonnet, the race number 1 winner, dropping back a little bit as well here. Already down into the 8th position as the field flows through this long left-hand corner. Francis there in the other Subaru, he's made some strong progress. Aston Lewis, Matthew Lilly there in that mix. Seb Mills, Jackson Turner, Jonathan Mills, all in that battle as they head into the S's here. Bit of a look down the inside from Seb Mills on his soft tyres. He started at the very back of the field here. An incredible opening lap so far from this young driver. He's already up 9 places in this one as he passes Aston Lewis through the S's. He's got his older brother behind him though. Jonathan Mills also on the soft tyres trying to make some passes. There is Seb Mills taking a very unusual line there and goes all over the inside of that corner, getting a bit of grass cutting done whilst he's at it. Unusual line for that corner, but looks like he got away with it for now at least. Liam Jones now already up into 3rd position and on the tail of Adrian Tishy. This is going to be a crucial move now. Albert Asante is pulling away out front, but Liam Jones knows that he can reel him in if he gets an opportunity to. He needs to make sure that that gap isn't too big though for that Subaru as they head towards the bus stop chicane for the first time here. Jones in the slipstream of Tishy, looking to the outside now as they head into the braking zone. Will he switch to the inside? It looks like he's not quite able to make the move just yet now. Going to have to be a little bit more patient before he can make that manoeuvre as they come out of the chicane. It is lap 1 led by Albert Asante. It's a Toyota 1-2 still, but that looks like it's going to come to an end soon as Liam Jones still is on the tail of Tishy as they head up towards turn number 1, La Source once more. It is Jones putting some pressure on the back of the Toyota into the first turn there. He's going to stay behind again, just trying to wait it out at the moment, trying to find the perfect opportunity to make this overtake, but every little second he waits, he could well be costing himself time in the long run. As we see throughout the rest of the fields, that's Jonathan Mills now ahead of his brother there. Seb Mills drops to 11th position, so after a strong first lap, perhaps that mistake has cost him a bit. But they're going to go 3 wide down the hill out of La Source and towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Will this all go to plan as they head up through the first apex? It's Mills versus Mills, side by side through Eau Rouge and Radion. And it's going to be Jonathan Mills in the Honda that just stays ahead of his brother in the Peugeot. And as they get onto the Kemmel Straight, this battle could well continue to go on, as it often does. As now we see Jones still stuck behind Tishy as they get towards the Lake Holm chicane. It's Ian Henwood making the move actually on his medium compound tyres, going down the inside. That will have caught Liam Jones off guard by quite a bit there. As they go through the chicane, it is going to be Jones that will hold on to that position on those soft tyres, and that actually will allow Dylan Varstenberg to get through and up into 4th position. So another soft runner right near the front of this field, looking to try and get into the podium places as they head back down the hill again here in this race. Tishy, for now at least, putting in a very strong performance on those hard compound tyres. He is managing to hold on to the 2nd place for now, but Liam Jones and now Dylan Varstenberg are right on his tail as they battle their way down the hill. Now Jones looking to the inside, not quite able to get an overlap though, but he might get the run off the corner, and he will indeed as they head towards Pawn now. It is Liam Jones to the inside of Adrian Tishy, and this could be the move done now. The soft tyre should provide him the grip as they head onto the brakes. It will be Jones down the inside of Pawn corner and up into 2nd position. Clear road ahead of him now, and Varstenberg will follow him through into that 3rd position as Adrian Tishy's defence comes to an end. He drops off out of the podium places now. Ian Henwood is the next car behind him. These two now have to go in hunt of the race leader, though Albert Asante has ran for it up at the front of the field. But it's Jones and Varstenberg, both on soft tyres, that are going to be doing the chasing now. As we see in the middle of the pack, once again, we go to the Mills show, it seems, as that's Jonathan Mills passing Dimitri Sotorakis through the SS. Seb Mills right in behind in that battle as well, looking to try and make some manoeuvres, as Adam Richardson's getting involved as well there. Actually, he's got down the inside, not quite able to make it happen though, unless he gets the exit off the corner. Maybe, just maybe, he can get that one done as they come back up and out of Stavelot and up the hill they climb. It is still pretty much as they were. Lewis Francis feeling the pressure from Jonathan Mills though. Both of these drivers on soft compound tyres as Seb Mills in the background passes Dimitri Sotorakis as well here. Lots of overtakes happening as the soft runners that all start near the back of the field make their way through and up towards the front, cutting their way through this traffic. Some with less trouble than others. Lewis Francis still having to try and find a way past Ian Henwood as they head into the bus stop chicane. Could be a crucial move as Jonathan Mills is going to get to the inside here, and that's going to allow Mills to get down the inside of Ian Henwood as well, and get a nice double overtake done into the bus stop chicane. Next up for him is Adrian Tishy off of the final corner. Seb Mills goes wide in the background there, but a drama for him in the Peugeot, and that's going to cost him a bit of time. He does seem to maintain his position though. He's ahead of Adam Richardson. Sotarakis drops down to 10th place now. Ian Henwood in that 6th position as we look. That's Jonathan Mills looking to the inside of turn number 1. Honda versus Toyota, two Japanese manufacturers doing battle through turn number 1, and it is Mills who gets the move done through the first corner, but can Tishy's traction get him back alongside as they head down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion. It's Mills who will have the racing line, and it's Mills who will have the position. He's up into 4th place now. Tishy drops back into 5th now from the front row of the grid. Still not too bad for him. He's got another soft runner behind him now though, and he's got several following him not too far behind him, as we see there Lewis Francis on the tail now of Tishy, and it's Ian Henwood in that mix as well on his medium tyres. He knows he's going to want to try and get as many positions as he possibly can here whilst they're battling. He's only on medium tyres, but still, in theory, that should make him quicker than Adrian Tishy as they head into the chicane now. Will anyone be looking to try and make a pass? And again, it's Ian Henwood, the man who seems to be the most confident into the Lacombe chicane. He's going to go around the outside, or at least try to, on Lewis Francis. Not quite able to make it happen there. Lewis Francis holds on those soft tyres. As that's Adam Richardson making the move now in that Renault down the inside of Henwood, and he will get up into 7th position. Seth Mills getting caught off a bit in that battle. He now finds himself down a couple of spots there, although immediately looking to try and get down the inside of Ian Henwood, as Adam Richardson actually goes a little bit wide there through that corner. Tishy still doing his best to defend this position as they come back through the middle sector of the lap. He's got Lewis Francis right on his tail, and Adam Richardson trying to get in this mix as well here as they head down towards Pouan already in this race. We've seen over the course of this event, in fact, that Pouan has been a overtaking zone that you perhaps would not have expected coming into this race, but still can Lewis Francis add to the list of overtakes into this very corner. He's gone to the inside, he gets the position done, and again Adrian Tishy finds himself not losing just one position but multiple through the double left-hander there, and he now finds himself behind Adam Richardson as well. Seb Mills will be the next one to try and make a move here in this race as they head in to the S's. Adam Richardson putting some pressure on there as Mills goes down the inside of Tishy as well. Henwood in that battle, as well as Morgan Hitchings, another driver on the soft compound tyres, making their way through the field. One of the lowest, if not the lowest, in this race at the moment on the soft compound tyres is Morgan Hitchings, but he's looking to try and make a pass here all the way around the outside. That would be a bold move, and he's going to try it. Morgan Hitchings using that DS's lightweight, small stature to get around the outside of the Toyota in a corner where you perhaps would not have expected it. As meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Albert Asante is leading this race, but not by much here. Vastenberg and Jones are right on his tail as they head into the bus stop chicane now, and as Jones follows him into the braking zone, will he make an attempt for the lead? He is. He's going to the inside here. Liam Jones in search of his first win of the season here. He's taken the lead away from Albert Asante. On so many times this season, it's been Jones losing the lead in these races. On this occasion, though, it is the other way around. Liam Jones is back to the lead, and Albert Asante drops into 2nd place. One of our main championship protagonists leads here in race number 3 at Spa. Asante drops to 2nd, Vastenberg stuck in 3rd still at the moment, but can Albert Asante fight back in this battle between these two drivers? Two drivers who had a very successful first season in Simulated TC, but it's gone very differently for both of these drivers this season. Liam Jones has really built upon his first strong season, whereas Albert Asante has not had much luck go his way, with qualifying pace being a particular weakness. He finds himself with a chance of victory here today. I don't think he'll be giving it up anytime soon. Jonathan Mills in 4th place, battling quite a bit off the podium now. He's in a bit of no man's land, as Lewis Francis behind him in 5th, Adam Richardson 6th, then it's Seb Mills, and then Morgan Hitchings in 8th position, with 9th and 10th being Adrian Tishy and Ian Henwood. All top 8 positions are the 8 soft runners now in this race. Henwood you can see all over the back of Tishy as they come up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Dimitri Sotorakis trying to get in this battle as well there. He started the race on the medium tyres, so he should have a decent amount of grip underneath him in this one, as Henwood in the slipstream might try and make a manoeuvre here on Adrian Tishy into Lacombe. We've seen the Fords had some very strong top speed. He's looking to the inside already as they head down the Kemmel Straight. Will this be an opportunity to make the pass for Ian Henwood? He's got the inside line, and can he outbrake the Toyota? He can indeed, but the Toyota looks back to the inside, but Henwood holds on. He gets that position away from Tishy. He is into 9th position and is now the top runner, not on soft tyres in this race, which really realistically has got to be his aim going through it. Henwood back into 9th position, Tishy down into 10th place. As back up at the front of the field, Liam Jones leading this race ahead of Albert Asante and Varstenberg. Still limited gaps between these top few drivers, all still pretty close as they get ready to start the final lap of the race. It's Jones heading to the bus stop chicane here. Asante's close though, he's going to look to the inside as they head into the bus stop chicane, and Albert Asante is going to take that lead right back. A lap later, he lost it, he takes it back. Albert Asante to the lead here in Belgium, back out front for Toyota, and now it is Liam Jones who's going to have to make that pass again. He's done it once, now Asante's copied the move. Can Jones make it happen again? Dylan Varstenberg all the time watching this battle, even if he can't get involved. He's got one hell of a view here, as we now see Jonathan Mills feeling some pressure from Lewis Francis coming out of the final corner now and towards turn number 1. The Honda of Mills was a bit of on his own in that last lap. Surprised he's been reeled in here as we start the final lap of the race. Mills on the outside, Francis on the inside as they go through turn number 1. Both of these drivers on soft tyres. Should be a straight fight here, and it is Francis in the Subaru who makes that pass up there, and he now finds himself up into 4th position. Jonathan Mills will have to be aware of the cars behind him now as he heads his way through this final lap, because the pace not quite in the Honda once again here in this race. But up at the front on this final lap of the race, it's been a crucially quick lap from Albert Asante as he heads his way into the bus stop chicane for the final time. This time he's got the margin over Liam Jones. He does not have to worry about the pressure. Onto the brakes, and he makes his way through the first and then the second apex. And Albert Asante, it's been a disappointing season so far, but this will go a long way into making it that little bit better. It's Albert Asante who wins race 3 in Spa. Liam Jones takes yet another second position here in Season 2 of Simulated TC. For Subaru with Dylan Varstenberg coming home in 3rd position for Alfa Romeo, but Albert Asante is the man on top here in race number 3. The official results then for this race here in Spa. Albert Asante by a second and a half over Liam Jones and Dylan Varstenberg. Top 3 again, as we see in the first 2 races, seeming to break away at the moment around this racetrack. Behind them, it's Lewis Francis making it a strong race for Subaru in 2nd and 4th place. Jonathan Mills managed to hold on to that 5th place in the end, just ahead of Adam Richardson and Seb Mills. Morgan Hitchings, the lowest of the soft runners in that event. The DS not having race pace, it seems, on those soft compound tyres. Perhaps some issues for them in that one, as they were quite a distance behind the other soft runners in that race, as all of the top 8 drivers in that one were all on soft tyres in this race, having saved them for this very one. Then in 9th position, top non-soft runner, it is Ian Henwood, the Canadian driver, ahead of his fellow Canadian in Adrian Tishy there in 10th position. Dimitri Sotorakis just outside the top 10 in 11th spot, with Leo Bonnet, race 1 winner, behind him in 12th. A strong event, it has to be said. Usually you see race 1 winners struggle throughout races 2 and 3, but Leo Bonnet, has to be said, has had a very, very reasonable event here. He finds himself in 12th place out of Preston Brennan in 13th. Aston Lewis in 14th place, with Jackson Turner taking the final point position on offer from race 3. Matthew Lilly is in 16th place there for Tesla, ahead of Ben Driscoll in the Genesis. Thomas Pierpont is 18th for Honda, with race 2 winner Jordan Fingal coming home dead last in race number 3, as is often the case when you use your hard tyres with a fully filled car with success ballast. After this event, then in the Drivers' Championship, it is Liam Jones that leads the way, but just by a point over Adrian Tishy. Adam Richardson, 18 points off the lead in 3rd position there. The reigning champion still very much in this fight now. Just needs a bit more speed from his Renault after a disappointing couple of events. Ian Henwood has been flying recently. He now finds himself just 19 points off the championship lead. Scott Sandever, after missing this event, is now 27 points off the lead. Aston Lewis now 41 points off the lead in 6th position, as that's where we now see the gap begin to form. These drivers are slightly more outsiders for this championship, but it has to be said, Ian Henwood, who now sits 4th in the championship, was a member of the outsiders group just a few events ago. Behind Aston Lewis' teammate Morgan Hitchings in 7th place, with Seb Mills in 8th. Dylan Varstenberg, who got the podium in race 3, in 9th position, with Leo Bonnet taking the final position in the top 10 at the moment. They're the race 1 winner. Race 2 winner Jordan Fingal in 13th place in the standings now for his manufacturer in Tesla. And the race 3 winner Albert Asante, now with the 20 points to his name from that race, now sits 20th in the championship, which is still a disappointing season so far, but much nice now he's got a bit of silverware to go with it. In the Manufacturers' Championship, it is Toyota that lead the way now by 9 points, which is a strong margin for them. Adrian Tishy with a less successful event, it has to be said, whilst he still remains very close in the Drivers' Championship. Albert Asante was the man that took home the trophy here today for Toyota. Subaru sit second still, just 9 points off the lead. Genesis with a disappointing event, now 18 points off the lead, with Alfa Romeo behind them. Renault in 5th position with DS in 6th. Then it's Ford and Honda behind them. All of these teams within 30 points of the lead though, so it can all change later in this season. 9th place is Tesla after a strong event for that manufacturer. They've made some gains on their rivals, now find themselves back ahead of Peugeot, who now sit 10th in the Manufacturers' Championship. Mercedes and BMW ran at the back of the manufacturers though. Mercedes with 74 points to their name, and BMW with just 40 in what has been a disappointing season for them after a relatively successful first season in the championship. That's it then for race 3 here at Spa, and thus the end of event number 6. 4 more events to go in this season, 12 races ahead of us. Next time out, we will be going to another great venue in the form of Mount Panorama. Now, this is the track where we saw Mercedes take their first ever Simulator TC victory last season. Could Dimitri Sotirakis keep up their record and we head back there? Or will we see a new manufacturer get in the mix again, just like Tesla did here today in Spa? Thank you very much for watching, though. Until next time, goodbye.